Get ready for Who's My Daddy? With your hosts,
Eva Peterson
and
Richard Smith.
let's go.
Okay, Dad, we're coming up in the world.
All right.
We got ourselves a YouTube channel.
YouTube.
All right. Welcome to the few people that's probably watching this. But I guess we kind of left off last week. We talked about the masks, like the big deal that everybody's making about the masks in Texas. And about, oh, you're lifting the mask mandate. What are you doing this and that? And I had said, well, we didn't have a mask mandate here either, but there's, stores and businesses, banks, and there's even cities that are making the mandate, right?
They're all saying they're making their own rules.
So, I'm on TikTok all the damn time, and social media, and there are people all over Texas getting arrested because the governor says,
That's bullshit.
Hey, you said that you lifted the mask mandate, but in all these stores they have the ability to say yes or no. It's their business.
Right.
So if you come in there, wear your damn mask if they're requiring it. The reason why I'm bringing this up now is because my hairdresser just told me the other night that she just came back from Texas. And she went into several stores, locations, businesses, out and about. Not a single person forced her to wear a mask.
Did none of them?
No.
Is that right?
Not one of them.
Damn.
So I don't know who to believe. I mean, it's like, is it just certain parts of Texas that are forcing it or enforcing it? Or what? I don't know. Or maybe it's just social media. Because
I thought it was just all over Texas.
No.
The whole state.
Well, the whole state, they lifted the mandate.
Yeah.
For the whole state.
With the stores and stuff like that.
But the stores and banks and whatnot, clothing stores, whatever.
Right.
They can mandate.
Mm-hmm.
They can put a policy. Hey, it's just like no shirt, no pants, no shoes, whatever.
Right.
No service. Same thing as the mask.
Right.
They can say, hey, look, it's our policy. We want you to wear a mask.
Mm-hmm.
And they could do that.
It's just like Cass County. It's that way too, isn't it?
No.
It's just the stores. You have no
There's a
mask
few.
mandate.
No, we don't. The whole state doesn't have a mask mandate.
Right.
But like the city of Omaha does.
Right.
And I think Ralston, La Vista, maybe Papillion, have a mask mandate for there as well.
Right.
But like here in Cass, we don't.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole part of Sarpy County doesn't, or I don't think the whole part of Douglas County does. It's just the city of Omaha.
Yeah, the bars in Plattsmouth, they're just full of people.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they don't give it. The country folk don't care.
Yeah.
And like you go into Hy-Vee here in town.
Mask mandate.
No. You don't have to wear a mask.
Yeah, I seen it earlier. There was an older gentleman. He was walking around. He didn't have a mask on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They don't have one.
Right.
At Hy-Vee.
Mm-hmm.
And it's same with the gas station. They don't have one at the gas station. But you go into the Casey's.
They have a mask mandate.
And they just started that like the beginning of February, I think.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, this shit's been going on for a year. Why now? Why are you just now? And of course the employees don't have an answer. But I guess I'm just confused. Is it just a few stores in Texas? Or are they just 100% open like nobody cares anymore? But I guess we'll find out when we go there.
I don't think anybody cares anymore, man.
Yeah, but then what is this with the women getting arrested?
Well, that's
there's a woman on March 13th, the woman got arrested.
Is that right?
In a bank in Texas because she refused to wear her mask. And so they called the police. The police came in and arrested her.
That's a shame.
So, well, I mean, if there's a sign that says wear a mask, obviously I'm a rule follower. I'm going to wear a mask.
Right.
But I'm just curious as to who's to believe now. I mean, I guess we'll find out in March when we go, or in May when we go to visit. I guess we'll see for ourselves if.
What happens in May?
We're going to Texas in May.
Oh, yeah, right. Okay, I thought you said something was different in May.
Is dementia kicking in?
Yeah.
What's going on? What is going on?
Dementia.
Okay. And of course it's National Women's History Month.
Yep.
I've got my Women Power shirt on. You got something to say about that?
No.
No, you got nothing to say about
no
that?
way. go against something like that.
Damn right. I'll break your hip. Okay, so I guess getting into a little bit more of a controversial conversation, and it doesn't matter who's, I mean, everybody's got their own opinion, and obviously I do, but Minneapolis, you've been keeping up with the Minneapolis
I haven't seen
rules?
the trials at all.
No, I'm not even talking about the trials. I'm talking about what they just came out, like, obviously they just awarded the family, like, millions of dollars for George Floyd's death. But I'm talking about what they just changed the police response calls and the type of calls that they take, and they shifted 8 million of 179 million, which is like a drop in the bucket. Right. That's change.
Yeah.
Compared to what the city normally gets. And they shifted that $8 million to a funding where the services go to like a violent prevention, mental health crisis response teams. And that was the ultimate agreement that the city had.
How can they do that? Is that city council?
Okay, so basically the city council, they wanted to like completely defund. They wanted to completely revamp the whole department.
Yeah, I heard that.
And completely change it.
Yeah.
And obviously that's not going to happen. That's just not going to happen. You're just changing one police force for another police force.
Right.
Okay, there's violent crimes out there that have to be investigated.
Right.
You can't just, what are you going to expect some civil servant to respond to shots fired? I mean, come on. Let's just be real. Let's bring reality back here, okay?
Right.
And so the mayor's like, no, I'll let you take $8 million, but we're not, and they actually wanted to downgrade the police department. And the mayor's like, I'm not going to agree to that. I will veto this if we don't keep our police department exactly where the numbers are at now. And then we'll take $8 million and move it to these different services.
Yeah.
That you want. And I agree to that. I agree with that. That's, there are things that cops get called to for, and they shouldn't be getting called to. And then things do get escalated.
Right.
Right? So I agree with that. I agree that certain things should be handled differently. And some woman, I guess there was like a big vote or something like that, and during this whole council meeting and whatnot for voting, and this woman had stated, and this I 100% don't agree with this comment, but again, everybody has a right to their opinion. But she said that police come after harm has happened and do nothing to change the conditions which has led to harm and violence. And what exactly do you think that they're like? Do they have ESP? Do they know bad things are about to happen?
I don't think they know nothing, really.
Cops don't know what's going to happen until it does happen.
Right.
That's called enforcing the law.
That's right.
Okay, but how about we play devil's advocate here? So, you don't want cops to use drug prevention and come into the neighborhoods and stop and frisk and all this other stuff because it hinges on a person's liberties.
Right.
But how else do you think they're going to get? What is the answer? Somebody tell me the answer. What do you want? Because I do agree there is a problem. There has been a problem. And it doesn't start on the street. It doesn't even start with the sergeants. It starts with the administration.
Right.
It starts from the top. And you can't expect one officer to fight against another officer. We're not going to do that.
Right.
We're not, okay, let's go with, the Minneapolis cop that had his knee on Floyd's neck, right? Chauvin? Okay. The guy's been a cop for 20 years?
Right.
Okay. The other cop, the Asian guy.
The rookie.
No, the Asian guy. That wasn't even, he was keeping
He was walking away.
Right. Who is he? He's his freaking brother-in-law.
Oh, is he?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's his brother-in-law.
Oh, yeah, Mom.
Yeah, he's married.
I haven't been keeping up.
Yeah, no, it's his brother-in-law. So is the brother-in-law going to go against his own brother-in-law?
No.
No. Now you got the two other guys, the rookies. Do you really think that those rookies are going to say anything to Chauvin? He's the one that trained them, right?
Right.
If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I'm not going to tell an officer that's got 20 more years on me and I just started, hey, get off of him.
Right.
It's just not going to happen. They're not going to do that. Cops have tried to fight against each other and it doesn't work. It doesn't work at all. It just becomes a hostile work environment, and then you two get in trouble for fighting with each other, and then the whole reason why you're fighting goes out the window.
Right.
I have worked along guys that should not be wearing the uniform. And but you can only say so much, you can only do so much.
Right.
And it starts from the top. Administration has to hold their people accountable. And ultimately, these moves, obviously he shouldn't have had his damn knee on the guy's neck. But we're trained to put our knees on the shoulder blade. Okay?
Right.
So, a lot of times, officers are being trained to do it this way and encouraged to do certain things.
Right.
So, again, it starts from the top.
Well, the rookies are going to stick up for the guy.
No,
it's
not that they're going to stick up for him. It's that they're not going to argue with him out there.
Right. No, I'm talking going to court about all this stuff. When it actually goes to court.
Well, no, I think it's once you get to this level where they're in court, it's all for one and one for all.
Yeah, you're probably right.
They are not going to stick up for Chop. There's no way.
So?
Hell no. They just got started.
Yeah.
They're like, we were just doing what we were told. Right?
Right.
They did mention something to him like, hey, should we set him up? This and that, which was the right thing to do. But Chavez says, no. He's going to sit right here until we decide otherwise.
Right.
So they're not going to tell him, hey, you're wrong. Hey, get off of him. They're not going to do any of that.
Right.
They're not going to do any of that. That's just... you're not going to try to out, you're not going to tell a senior officer to not do that.
Right.
So
what do you think is going to happen to him?
I think the rookies are going to get off.
You think so?
I do. I think they might not be cops ever again, but I think they're going to get off. And I don't know. There's speculation that the Chavin's going to get off too because he was using proper tactics, and the guy
he was committing a crime at the time.
Yeah.
George Floyd. Okay,
but was it a violent crime?
No,
it wasn't a violent crime.
No,
was he fighting the cops? He might have been resisting a little bit, but did it constitute what they did?
No.
Or what he did?
No.
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 He should have sat him up.
Right.
He was being a dick.
Right.
He was trying to prove a point.
Right.
And he's like, no, I'm the person with the authority here. And I say when and whatnot.
Right.
Does he deserve to go to jail? Yeah, he does. He deserves to serve time.
I totally agree.
But the problem is, again, officers are trained to be and do things a certain way. And if you have an in-custody death, again, it starts from the top. It starts from the top. And, I don't know, that's all I'm
Where's the top? What is it? Where's the start?
It starts from your administration. Minneapolis is obviously a bigger department than I work for.
Yeah.
So you've got the chief, you've got all of his next minions, and down and down and down, right. And then you've got the training officers, but then you also have, training regulations.
Right.
Everybody follows PPCT throughout the whole United States. And defensive tactics.
Right. And
the use of force continuum. And the use of a taser. And OC spray, and where all those fall into play.
Right.
And they give them a little bit too much power.
Yeah. Worse, they should have tased them. That's what they should have
I don't even think they should have tased him. They had him in custody.
Yeah. They
had him in cuffs. And for what? For a freaking $20 bill?
Yeah.
That's dumb.
Yeah.
That's dumb. I wouldn't have hooked anybody for that. Unless it was a major... if the guy was acting out of control and needed to go to the hospital, then take him to the hospital.
Right.
If he was acting violent, then obviously you would take different measures from that.
Right.
But, it was a measly little $20. Give him a ticket and move on.
Yeah.
And again, there's some cops that I've talked to that disagree with my thought process, but it was a measly $20. The guy wasn't shooting the place up.
No.
And everybody's got a past. Everybody keeps bringing up Floyd's past. Everybody's got a past. You telling me that you haven't done nothing stupid or wrong? You haven't gone to a bar and gotten into a fight with somebody as a cop? Come on. We've all done. And also the little piddly bullshit, chicken shit stops that I see cops making these days, stopping somebody for not turning their fucking blinker on 100 feet before the stop sign. That's chicken shit.
Yeah.
Well, it's in the statute. I don't care if it's in the statute book. That's chicken shit.
Yeah.
How about at least put this in perspective? How many times have you, even in your police cruiser, have you rolled up to a stop sign and said, oh, you know what? I'm going to go left. Then turn your blinker on. You just did what they did.
Right.
You just did what they did. But you don't put any of that perspective because you're like, no, I'm the law.
Because I'm a cop.
Because I'm a cop. And I'm driving a marked police car and we are exempt with these state laws.
That's right. We're above the law.
How about you just stop thinking like that? Because the whole reason why you took this job, or the reason why you're supposed to have taken this job, was to help.
Right.
And to keep the major criminals off the streets. And to help people that need help. And not treat people like Floyd because the guy had some issues. Who doesn't have issues? Who doesn't? You're supposed to have compassion and give a shit about people.
Right.
I don't know. And but also on another side of the spectrum, just recently we had an Omaha cop that was shot and killed. Could it have been prevented? Probably. Normally, 2 officers walk in on one of those deals. What happened was, you got a shoplifter, and loss prevention catches the shoplifter stealing, takes him into the office. Normal, what they normally do. It's protocol. They take him in the office. They call the police department. They come in, and they run them, see if they have any warrants, see if this is their third offense. And depending on that, they might get a ticket and let him go. And this kid had other intentions, and this cop got complacent.
He stole a bag of T-shirts.
Yeah. But normally the protocol is that, like when I worked security at the Walmarts, if we caught a shoplifter, took him into the office, you could sit there on the monitor and watch one police cruiser pull up, and they don't get out of their car until a second unit comes up. They normally don't come in without 2 officers. Into the store by himself without waiting for his backup. And eventually the kid pulls out a gun and shoots cop.
Right.
He's lucky to be alive.
Right.
And they caught the kid. And, obviously it's still in the beginning phases, the infancy phases of all this, but I am curious to see, was this a true ambush? Was he waiting for Omaha to get there?
Right.
I don't know. It seems that way.
He was doing 140 down the road,
the
freeway.
Yeah, Interstate 80.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they caught him outside of Waverly.
Yeah.
But, again, if your normal policy calls for you to go in there with 2 officers, there's usually a reason for that. And, hopefully, again, they learned from that. But, I don't know. I just know that I've been in situations where I could have easily have shot somebody, and it would have been justified. I've had knives pulled on me. I've had, somebody drag me in their car. And that was justified. That would have been justified. But because I was able to assess my surroundings and not get tunnel vision and went, oh yeah, I'm justified, so I can shoot and kill this person. I didn't do that. So, again, I don't know what the 100% the correct answer is. I really don't.
Well, I'm not a cop, so I can't really speak from a cop perspective, but what happened to Floyd was wrong.
Extremely wrong.
Definitely wrong.
Well, the Atlanta shooting was wrong, too.
The what?
The shooting with the 2 cops and the Atlanta guy?
Oh, yeah.
That was 100% wrong, too.
Definitely.
That was just dumb.
Yes. Yep.
That was dumber than the Floyd situation. Right. You've got 2 cops there. The guy passes out in the drive-thru. Was it a Wendy's?
Wendy's.
Passes out and the guy's drunk. Okay. So far, nothing violent. It's just a drunk. It's just a DUI. They have contact with him. They're talking with him. They do the field sobrieties. And, he's drunk. They go to arrest him. And he fights them. He doesn't really fight them. He's just resisting. He's trying to get away.
Right.
And he's really adamant he's going to get away from these guys. And he pulls out the taser and it deploys. Well, it's got 2 cartridges in it. He runs away. Over his shoulder, he shoots the taser again. Doesn't make contact. Well, at this point, you've got his car. You know who he is. He's on probation. Why are we shooting him in the back?
Right.
You've got, and some people are like, oh, he shot a taser at him. He could have subdued him and got his gun. No, that's not what he was doing. He was trying to get away. And he already spent the whole taser. The taser was done. And he had backup. He had another guy there with him. So at what point was his life in danger? I mean, you could have gotten him later.
Shot the guy in the back, didn't he?
Shot him in the back, yeah. Again, no scenario. I had 2 females on me. I mean, and they were highly resisting, almost ran me over. One of them frickin' smacked me right in the face. But we were able to identify them. Should I have shot them in the back or shot them as they were driving away? No. And they had bad checks. Same kind of scenario with Floyd.
Right.
Bad checks. They were actually trying to get away. We eventually caught them. It's not a pride thing. You get over yourself. You'll eventually get them. And don't get complacent. You know, if you're supposed to go in there with 2 officers, go in there with 2 officers.
Right.
You know, again, I don't work for Omaha, so.
Well, they had Floyd on the ground. He was the way he could have got loose.
No, he was in cuffs. He was in custody.
In cuffs, or he gets a cuff laying on the ground, though.
Yeah, there's only been a few officers I have come across that thought that was a justifiable technique and maneuver that Chauvin was following all the rules.
Right.
And he did nothing wrong. And the guy died because he had, what was it, fentanyl or something in his system?
Yeah,
or
fentanyl.
He had some sort of narcotics in his system. And that's what killed him. Well, I guess we won't know. We'll never know. If he would just use some common decency and sat the guy up, I guess we'll never know.
Yep.
But I do agree. I mean, changes need to be made. You know, there's officers, a lot of officers out there, a lot of new cops that I've worked around that their thought process is just, I mean, they just want to they're dying to go hands-on. They're dying.
Well, they're going too far to disbanding the police. That's too far.
Oh, the thing is that there's got to be a happy medium.
Right, they do.
And eventually, hopefully, we'll get there. But you've just got a lot of bad apples out there that are making the rest of us look bad. Unfortunately.
Right.
You know, they think that smacking the piss out of somebody is the best answer. Or knocking somebody to the ground is the best answer. Sometimes it is the best answer. Sometimes it is justified.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's such a hard, controversial thing. And I try every day not to fall into the, what these guys are doing. Or putting myself in a position that I've gone too far. So, hopefully. And then, again, the Omaha cop recoups and
I hope he does
gets
too.
back to work.
It's looking good for him, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that guy ahead of it.
Yeah, I hope he does. And, I mean, ambushing cops is not the answer either. I mean, that's just, you're potentially harming the good ones. And you don't,
Right.
But I agree that accountability needs to be set. It needs to be, certain officers need to be held, accountable for their actions. But again, it starts from the top. Right. The training officers, the way, our approaches are being trained to us needs to change.
Right.
We're just doing what we're trained to do. Again, you get some eager beavers out there that, and the ones that think, you do what we tell you to do, and, I'm the authority figure. Those are the bad ones. Those are the ones you don't want out there. Those are the ones that are not.
In your department, don't you?
Yeah, unfortunately. And they ain't gonna listen to me. Even though I'm 20 on, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna listen to me. I'm just an old fucking... an old cop that don't know shit. So what am I gonna do? But those are the ones that I'm not exactly nice to either, so yeah. They're standoffish with me. Anyways, done talking about the controversial stuff that's probably gonna get us bad comments and whatnot. Again, everybody's got their own opinion.
Yeah.
It is what it is. All I could do is do the best that I can out there, and try to work along the good ones. and hopefully we can somehow come to a happy medium. You know, where people are feeling that they are safe, and they're being taken care of, and they're not being treated like crap.
Right.
So, anyways, so we got to talking about what were you watching that we saw that there was like some people in a nursing home were getting like STDs and shit. What's up with that?
That was what was that? I was watching. Was it on news?
I can't remember, but that was like crazy. How the hell are old geezers? I mean, I get the, you know, getting in each other's beds and stuff like that. I mean, the drive doesn't go away just because you're in your 80s, but how the hell are they getting STDs?
I have no idea.
How does that even happen? I mean, where are they getting these STDs from?
Right.
That's what I want to know. That's
Maybe
like
with a prostitute.
where, huh?
Maybe they was with a prostitute.
But they're in a nursing home.
When they strung straight off somewhere.
That makes no sense.
You don't think so?
Well, Dad, we all worked in a nursing home.
Yeah.
At one point in time. How many of those guys got out and had sex with fucking prostitutes?
You're right. I had to come from somewhere.
That's what I'm saying.
Where did they come from?
Why aren't people curious about this?
Yeah.
Why aren't people trying to figure it out? You've got patients that have... What was it they had? Chlamydia?
Chlamydia.
Gonorrhea?
Chlamydia.
Chlamydia.
Yeah.
Why are you not curious about this? I'm a curious kind of gal. I mean, you tell me something, I want to know details.
Right.
How would you figure out how the hell... Or why would you not want to figure out where it's coming from?
Right.
That's just crazy to me.
Well, the administrator should know that. I mean, look into that. You know, administrator and...
You would think.
Yeah, I would think.
You would think, but... I wonder if we could turn you up here a little bit. Talk a little bit.
Hello?
Check a little bit more.
Hello?
Oh, well, that's turning it down.
Yeah, hello?
There we go, that's better. Can barely hear you. Because I remember the last one, we could barely hear you.
The last one you couldn't hear me?
Well, I could barely hear you. It's like you sound distant because you're not right in the microphone.
Yeah.
Anyways, people need to look into that because that is freaking weird, in my opinion. And then TikTok.
How did the TikTok do the other night? I made one...
That one was dumb. I'm telling you, man. If you don't meet some sort of criteria, and every time you think that you're figuring it out, you're figuring out the algorithm, you're not. I mean, it's...
The one on St. Patty Day. St. Patty Day. I thought that was a good one.
Yeah, look we only got 214 views. 214 views, that's it.
Damn.
And that's TikTok. That's TikTok doing that.
Yeah.
But you got 26 likes. I mean, fucking put it out there, man. It's ridiculous. I don't get it. I really, really don't get it. And then like this one here that I did, I thought was funny. And that was only 317 views. But then you know, you get other ones. Like this one's still climbing. I've got 516,000 views on one.
Unfucking believable.
This one here, the one with the mat, that one's almost 127,000 views. And I'm still getting likes by, you know, like some of these. Some of these are still popping up. So I don't get it. I really don't understand how this algorithm works. But I know that I've been dealing with quite a few haters on here. And sometimes, for the most part, I'll erase them or I'll just ignore them. But then when they start talking crap about my dad, that's when I start getting pissed. That becomes very fucking annoying. I mean, don't attack an old man. It's so stupid.
That's right. Old codger, man.
You big baby. But then you get some people that are so sensitive. Like, extremely sensitive. But you can't help but say, you know, or look at them like they're like super nice people and they can't handle... Like, I'm used to getting hated on. I'm used to people saying some pretty shitty things to me. And I'm like, well, I don't know you, so I don't care. Like, if I don't know you, I don't care if you like me or not. It really doesn't faze me. If you talk about people that are, you know, like him or like my dad or my kids or whatnot, then yeah, obviously I'll get defensive. But you say anything to me, I don't care. But there's a guy that's on TikTok, and his name is Scott D. Henry, and he's got like a lot of followers, and he gets a lot of support from people. But then there's a lot of people that hate on him because he's so famous, and it obviously it stems from jealousy. Because there's been a few times where I've rolled my eyes at him it comes from jealousy. That's all there is to it.
Yeah.
It comes from jealousy because you want to be at his level. You want to have millions of followers and millions of likes, and you're sitting at we're sitting at 8,300. 8349. It'd be cool to have 1 million followers. But I also don't hate on these people either. If I seriously don't like somebody, I just block them. Because I don't care to see it anymore.
Right.
But then, Scott D. Henry, he's like Ozzy Osbourne. He keeps quitting. And then a few days later, here he's back again. He's, back on his page because, he is having a good time. And it's I just don't understand how anybody can let other people, strangers, affect, if they choose to want to move on or not.
Where's he from?
Oh, Utah.
Oh, Utah.
Yeah, he lives in Utah.
Okay.
And, he's collabed with several other TikTokers. And he's on TV, too. He's got this, I can't remember the name of the show now, but there's a show where they're, it's some sort of construction competition.
Uh-huh.
And he's in it. And so that made him even more famous.
Like a house fixer-up thing?
No, it's like a construction. This is what he does for a living. And it has something to do with, moving dirt and, I don't know. And it's, a big thing on TV right now.
Uh-huh.
And then, and it becomes a competition. And then you can, vote them off just like Big Brother and all that other stuff. Yeah. So, do you need more gum? Did you already chew all your gum?
Yeah, sir.
You already chewed all?
No.
Or it's still there?
Mm-hmm.
And you're not chewing on it? You're smacking your lips.
Am I?
They're gonna see you smacking your lips. You're proving you're smacking, and you're not chewing on the gum. I don't understand it.
Sorry, guy.
Chew your damn gum.
All right.
But yeah, so yeah, he's catching a lot of hate for just basically just being him. Just being oh, look at him sitting on his TikTok money, and you can see he's got a very nice house, but his wife is a nurse practitioner. She does Botox and all that, all that stuff, and she probably is well into the six figures herself alone. So yeah, obviously they're gonna have a nice house. So
What kind of money do you think he makes?
I'm sure that they're both well into the six figures together, doing what they do. I'm sure that they make good money. And I can't imagine TikTok...
He's a TikTok star?
Yeah, he's famous on TikTok. Mm-hmm. And... here, I'll show you. And he's...
Get a picture of him?
Yeah, he's not... he's just out trying to have a good time. And the guy's just so sensitive.
Explain something to you.
Not very old.
When I hear negative things being
No,
said
he's like
about
my
me,
age.
Yeah.
or I get a negative comment or a hateful comment, I internalize it. That's from being bullied as a kid. It's from...
Okay, I was bullied as a kid too, but I still don't let people bother me. I guess that's probably the reason why I write people off so easily. Because why would I want to keep hatred in my life if I could just write them off?
Right.
Regardless of who the fuck they are.
Why pin
going
it
through
up?
2 divorces. It's from battling my own demons personally for years that made me not like myself very much. And I wish it was just easy for me to just brush it off my shoulder.
And I guess there was also a podcast. Some people on a podcast was talking shit about him too. And it hurt his feelings.
Did it?
Not care. But it's going to hurt probably every time I hear something negative being said about me. But in those moments, I have to remember a few things. I have a beautiful wife who has my back and loves me and is my absolute everything and lifts me up every single day. I've got amazing family and friends who will reach out to me and call me when they see me when I'm low. And I've got 2.1 million strong of the
2.1.
Damn.
2.1 million.
I can't believe that.
coolest people in the world who are here because they love the positive message and they love the happiness. I'll always try to take my own advice to be better. We might be down, but we're never out. Love you all.
Yeah, he's got
Explain something.
64.8 thousand likes on that one video. Mm-hmm. Just that one video. I've done that one time. One time.
Uh-huh.
So let's see, where is it at? Was it this one?
What kind of TikToks does he make?
He just does like inspirational ones and dances and stuff.
I don't really know where to start.
Yeah, this is the one.
I'm going to take a break for a little bit. I'm kind of done with this.
And this is like the third time. This is like the third time he took a break. Like the first time he took a break was because somebody actually called his work. Like
Did they?
Yes, they complained. They did it with Officer Kingery too, who's an Indiana cop, and he's also very famous on TikTok. And he's gotten tons of hate, like from other cops, and he's gotten hate from. I mean, people have called like his job and tried complaining. But that's what they did with Scott D. Henry. They called his job, and it didn't affect his work or anything like that. But he's just like, God, I mean, if you're gonna try to attack my livelihood, then I'm gonna quit. So he puts it on hiatus for a couple of days, and he comes back, and then he does it again. I think because he was catching a lot of hate, and now with this time, and I think this lasted a day. I think this one lasted a day, which I'm glad. I mean, don't fucking let the haters hate you. Like, don't allow them to make you quit. I mean, the guy shines, and
You can't be sensitive.
no, we can't be sensitive, but the guy shines. I mean, people are attracted to him, and that's why he's got so many followers. His brother's on here too.
Oh, is he?
Oh yeah.
I was listening to a podcast.
I think he's like 6'7". Like he's super fucking.
Damn.
Yeah, him and his brother are like super tall.
Is that right?
Yeah, super tall.
Earlier today, so I felt like I had like the mean comments down, like I could kind of channel them.
And so, like, what he was doing, like, when he says he thought he had the mean comments down, is that he would take, like, all the comments, like, certain people would make nasty comments, and he would then do, like, a little skit with himself. Like, he would have, like, his controller, like a gaming controller, and he'll have that person saying negative stuff, and then he would talk to that, and he would, like basically have, like, a verbal, you know, like, little skit with this person, basically making fun of them coming at him.
Right.
Make him into a funny skit with Kyle and Karen and all that.
Kyle's and Karen's.
But I was listening to a
What's a
podcast
Kyle?
earlier today.
I told you, like, Kyle's and Karen's, they're the ones that, like, bring
I
in
know what a
negativity.
Karen is, but I don't know what
It's a guy version of Karen.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And they went in on me hard. This podcast reviews reality TV, and they were reviewing the last episode of Tough as Nails, and they were really
Tough as
positive
Nails.
about.
That's the name of the show he's on.
Oh, is that right?
Tough as Nails.
What? Is he the main guy on Tough Nails?
He's one of the main guys, yeah. Like, he's one of the...
I never watched it. It's not one of my favorite programs.
Yeah, but that's what he's on.
But I've seen the main guy, you know.
Oh, not the host. He's not
Yeah,
the host,
the
no.
host.
No, he's the... See, here's him and his... This is what he's wearing in the show. The construction outfit or whatever.
Everybody else on the show. Then they started talking about me and completely ripped me down, saying I was completely useless, that I was vain, that I would probably take breaks from the competitions to go take selfies and make TikToks. Started making fun of the wall of paintings that I have in my office. I don't deserve that. I'm a good person. I'm competitive, but I'm a really good person, so I'm out for a little bit. Thank you, I love you. I don't really know.
Yeah, and he ended up with 117 likes on that one. And 17.4 thousand.
Damn.
I'm sorry, 117.1 thousand likes and 17.4 thousand comments.
Uh-huh.
Now, how many views did he get on that one? It's not saying. That's weird. Oh, wait. Hold on. Let me go into his page first. Now, see, even the big guys will get the low views, too. Like here. On this one, he only got 7,700 views. Yeah, it's something meat scooter.
That's why.
Don't like the country. He stitched it. Oh, he's okay. So apparently he's coming at this chick because let's watch it again. He's coming at this chick because she's making fun of him.
Didn't do a couple hay bales around on tough as nails. Don't make the country.
Oh, I'm not country enough for you, huh, Beth? Okay, I know there's a few things I need to polish up on. First thing, the accent. Methamphetamine. We're gonna go over
Methamphetamine.
Y'all, you're going to Hollywood.
You're in Hollywood.
Next, I know I've got to like get the outfit, the country outfit. Cowboy cut Wranglers. Yup. Flannel. Check. fourth part right here. You put it all together? Howdy, name's Scooter. There's no way I shouldn't be on the next season of Yellowstone.
Just kidding, threw a couple hay bales around.
So yeah, and that one only got 7,700 views. But like the rest of them, 108,000, 201,000. This is him at his work. Like he goes out of state.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, he goes out of state. And then he does like little TikToks at work and whatnot. So that's why they were making fun of him, saying that he's probably doing TikToks on the side. And it looks like he might have uploaded a, like he had to have re-uploaded that one because that one's old. But I'm trying to find, okay, 672,000 views for that one was saying that they were making fun of him, that he was taking a break.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and again, he just goes on and on and on. There was really a cute one of him and his wife that they just did. That actually might be on hers. I follow her as well, Holly D. Henry. Or is it not Holly D. Henry?
Famous?
Holly Henry. She's not, I don't think she's got 2 million followers, but here she is.
This one's for couples.
Pretty.
14 questions.
She's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Who apologizes the first after a fight? Who's the funny one? Who's more...
So yeah, so Holly... Oh, yeah, see, she's not even verified yet. And she's got 271,000 followers. So he's 2 point, however many million.
Yeah.
And she's only got 271,000. But she does like Botox and stuff like that. And she's, I think that, like, here's their house here.
Damn.
Nice house, right?
Nice house, man.
I don't know what the housing market is like in Utah, but why? I don't even know why you're even hating on this guy. He's just having a good time with his wife, and I think jealousy has a lot to do with this because, they're doing similar videos that you're doing. Like we've done, there are several videos that I have done with you or both of us or just me, and I know that they were good enough to hit.
Damn right.
And they don't.
They just fizzled out.
They don't. But it's not his fault. It's not her fault that they made it to the million and I didn't.
Right.
It's all about how TikTok perceives you. And if they want you to make it to that level, they're going to let you get to that level.
That guy does a gas station one. How many followers does he have?
Who?
The gas station one.
The what?
I went up against him, side by side, took out my teeth. The gas station one. That guy. What's his name?
Gas station. Oh, you talking about...
the main guy.
Yeah, what is the name of that? What is that kid's name? I forget. He's in the millions too.
Is he?
Yeah, he's in the millions too. I forget the kid's name. Josh or something like that. I don't know. I really don't follow the kid, so I really don't know. But, it's also about consistency too. And it seems to me like the ones that truly hate and say shitty things are the ones that don't have profiles, that don't have content. They literally are just there to troll you and be dicks.
Right.
And to bring you down. So,
Well, that one you made, but you got so many views and likes, that's definitely a hater one.
Which one?
The one that you in your cop uniform, you made a TikTok with.
Which one?
The one that got so many hits and stuff.
Oh, you're talking about the one with 6ix9ine?
Yeah, 6ix9ine, yeah.
Yeah, I got more positivity out of that one than I did anything else. You? Yeah. There's some other ones that are like that I did that, got some shitty comments, but I've got like the fuck 12s and fuck the cop, and I got one where it had like nothing but like little pig emojis all the way. And it's funny. It's funny. It's not going to faze me one bit. I'm not.
You got a hard shell.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and I'm sure that comes from Mom, but I was made fun of as a kid too. I wasn't, the cheerleader and I didn't. I guess I just didn't hate myself.
Right.
Regardless of, what I was at level of popularity in the school that I grew up in or went to, I guess it didn't faze me.
Well, fortunately, I had a big brother. He was one of the popular guys in school, and one of the biggest guys in school.
Larry?
Yeah, he played football. He was state champion wrestling, state all champion wrestling, and I was the smallest guy in school. So, but nobody messed with me, and I was popular just like my brother, because I was his, nobody messed with me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, and I'm not bagging on Scott D. Henry. I think that I just making him as an example of, it's, you rise to a level of popularity, fucking stay there. You know how many celebrities out there catch shit for whatever?
We're jealous.
Oh, yeah. Where people they rag on those
We're just
celebrities.
jealous, that's all.
Don't be hating the player, hate the game. Get out there. You try to rise to their level. Get out there and do the work like they did. Yep. Because I'm finding celebrities that were in the game long before they became popular. We'd start watching and then all of a sudden you see an old movie and you're like, that's so-and-so. That's how, you can't imagine how far back they actually go.
Right.
You don't know until you go back and watch older movies. You're like, holy shit. Like, did you know that Sean Penn played in Little House on the Prairie?
No.
He has a little boy in 1974. He played on the Little House on the Prairie.
I'll be damned.
Yeah. Little House on the Prairie, Yeah, Little House on the Prairie. 1974. I couldn't believe it. And, shit we've been watching. I thought that Sean Penn just went back as far as, around Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Yeah.
I thought those were, the beginning days of Sean Penn. No. 1974. He's been playing. He's a child star. Mm-hmm. He's been playing in movies and shows since he was a kid.
Right.
And I had no idea. And the reason why I figured that out is because I was trying to find that movie that I saw him in recently called The Gunman.
The Gunman.
And, yeah, and he's in his freaking 60s, and this guy's got a physique that I didn't even know somebody of his age could even hold a physique like that. But the guy is muscular, and he's dating a kid that's 1 year younger than I think his daughter. She's 28 years old. What 28-year-old dates a geezer like that? But again, that's my opinion. If they're in love, by all means,
right.
Have at it. They're consenting adults. Have at it. I'm not trying to bag on Sean Penn or this girl. It's their love life. If they love each other, by all means. I just think it's weird, in my opinion, because I have a 28-year-old myself, and that would be weird to see her dating a 60-something-year-old man. And I think it's even weirder that Sean Penn's got a daughter a year older than her.
Right.
So I just think that that's strange. But I want to end on. We've got 5 more minutes left before we're going to end this segment, episode 12. But I want to talk a little bit about The Walking Dead. So I looked it up. They're looking at ending The Walking Dead in 2022. They're going to do 14 episodes or 24 episodes of The Walking Dead.
Right.
They're going to 10 and then into 11, and then once they end it, it's not going to end everything because Daryl and Carol are moving on to that World Beyond, the one with the kids in Nebraska.
Yeah, the kids.
They're moving on to their show.
Uh-huh.
And then, of course, Fear of the Walking Dead isn't going anywhere right now.
Right.
They're going to keep that going. But then they're also talking about the trilogy of Rick Grimes. And there's some trilogy movies that they're coming out with Rick Grimes. And they also left it open for Michonne to find him and enter into the movies with him.
Right.
Which is going to be freaking badass because she's my favorite character on Walking Dead is Michonne. And I'm super stoked and excited. It looks like they're ending the boring, this has been a soap opera already. It's okay, let's do something new, let's do something fresh. And that's what they're doing.
Right.
So they're ending that soon, next year, and then they're going to roll it into the kids in Nebraska, where Daryl and Carol's going to move into theirs, and then we'll have the Rick Grimes movies.
Right.
So it's going to be, we've got some good stuff coming up, which is going to be nice to see.
Where'd you hear about that?
I looked it up because I wanted to see where we were at on The Walking Dead, and talk a little bit about that.
I think there's only 6 of them left.
No, they maybe for episode 10.
Yeah.
They're still working on 10.
Right.
And the only reason why we haven't seen Fear yet is because of COVID.
Right.
Because they had to stop production.
Yeah.
But Yeah, we've got like what 6 more episodes left of. Are you sure it's 6 and not 3?
I think it's no. I think it's 5 left.
5 left.
I think
so.
5.
Yeah, so then they'll have another season in 2022,
Right.
which will be episode 11
Then
or season 11.
they're ending it after that.
After season 11, they're going to end it, but then they're going to move on to Daryl and Carol being in the World Beyond. So then we'll go move into that, still have the fear of Walking Dead, and then they're going to start putting out the trilogy movies of Rick Grimes and hopefully Michonne.
Yeah.
That's going to be badass.
Yeah.
Be nice.
I dig Michonne.
Yeah. Yeah, she's a badass. She's badass. Yeah. Her net. But the only thing that I dislike is that she left her son and Rick's daughter.
Right.
Like, where did they play out in the Rick Grimes movies? I hopefully they go back and get the kids. I mean, that's... Right. I mean, why would you leave your kids like that?
Right.
You know? I think my kids would be more priority in my opinion, but...
Yeah.
But hopefully they go back and they get the kids. So, more to come. Again, just going back to the beginning, you know, a lot of that stuff's my opinion. I could be wrong about a lot of stuff. I could just only speak on my experiences in law enforcement, and I strongly do believe we've got some reform that needs to happen, changes that do need to happen in law enforcement, and I hope they do change, and I hope they change for the positive. And you know, I just truly believe that
it's going to change.
I hope it does. Yeah. I really do hope it does, and you know, people do need to be held accountable for what when we arrest somebody, we're holding them accountable for committing the crime. Well, officers should be held accountable too for doing what they do.
Right.
We're not here to bash people's heads in. That's not what we're supposed to be doing. That's not what we signed up for. So, hopefully a lot of good things come down from changes from all this. So, I'll just leave it on that. So, thank you for whoever is watching our YouTube channel now. Hopefully, we get more episodes out there and more people watch it. We do enjoy doing this. It's a good time. Watch us on TikTok, Who's My Daddy 6. And we also have our Twitter, which is at Who's My Daddy 6. Facebook account, Who's My Daddy Podcast. And our email. Please email us with any comments, anything you want to share at who'smydaddypodcast@gmail.com. And, of course, here on our podcast, follow us, share us some comments. Let us know how we're doing. And
good or bad.
Yep, good or bad. Thanks for joining us. Till next time. Bye.
Bye.